Hi, it's Jan Schakowsky with my plans and pans once again this week. So, I think one of the biggest pans that I have seen so far from President Trump, and there's been a lot of them, had to do with a lie that exceeds, to me, in some ways, exceeds all lies. So, we saw Hurricane Dorian, and we know that it did graze the Carolinas, and we know that it really devastated the Bahamas, which is so really tragic. Um, it did not go to Alabama, but the President of the United States insists that Alabama was in the track of the hurricane. In fact, someone, he doesn't know who, he says, took a Sharpie and helped draw something totally untrue about how that Hurricane Dorian actually was going to Alabama. And and we saw that on television. Now it matters. This information matters. When the Weather Service puts out a report, people plan around that. They make decisions. They may board up their windows or in some cases go away for a while. So it's an important fact. So not only did that happen, but then the acting chief of staff and Wilbur Ross and the head of NOAA, which the Weather Service is part of, actually told the people at the Weather Service not to contradict the President of the United States. And it's just a crazy world with President Trump in charge. I just thought I'd mention that because, there's a lot of things to say about Trump and the lies that he's made, but this was a real doozy, and I wanted to pan it. The good news is that the House Judiciary Committee actually passed three bills out of committee. One called Keep America Safe, which would ban high capacity ammunition magazines, which of course is really important because this is what turns a rifle into an assault weapon and allows people to kill multiple, dozens of people in a matter of minutes. Then there's the Extreme Risk Protection Order Act of 2019, which says that people who are suspected of being at risk to themselves or others can be thus reported to law enforcement. And it could be a parent, it could be a teacher who might say, please do an investigation. We think this is a dangerous person. And finally, the Disarm Hate Act, which would prevent people convicted of misdemeanor hate crimes to be ineligible to acquire a firearm. So we're making progress. We're still blocked so far by Mitch McConnell, who doesn't want these bills to come up in the Senate. But I'm telling you, we're starting to see some cracks because even the Republicans understand that 93% of Americans, for example, are for universal background checks. So that there's a change in the politics of gun violence legislation, thanks to all the advocates, the young people and the parents, et cetera, et cetera. So, and finally, let me just say that this week I am introducing the Safe Cosmetics and Personal Care Product Act. So the average individual uses about 12 personal care products every single day. We're talking about men, women, and babies. This is among the least regulated of products, and in many ways the most intimately used. They also go into our water system when things go down the drain, and these can be toxic, even cancer-causing chemicals. You think that someone, somewhere, that the Food and Drug and Cosmetic Act would do something to protect us from them? No, not true. There's very, very little regulation. And so this bill would require testing, it would require removal of carcinogens from our products, those are cancer causing ingredients. would actually make our cosmetics safe so you don't have to worry or think about when you bathe your baby. Is there something in that baby wash that could be unhealthy? Or you put on your face and your eyes, or that men spritz all over themselves in the morning. And so we want to make cosmetics safe. That's it for this week. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week.